chasing you. Turn day to night, want her to fight. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori. She's a goddess like Oshun, got me feeling like Ogun. I don't wanna waste your time, but I gotta make you mine. The feeling is mutual, she want this consensual. Tell me you stay, don't go away, pour my love over you. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oshun Aladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, want her to fight. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori. I don't wanna cross the line. Got me working overtime. 24, 9 to 5, and just to see you smile bright. I really wanna make you mine, yeah. Have you by my side, yeah. Just to get you right, can't get you out my mind. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oshun Aladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, want her to fight. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori. Ayaba mi, olori, olori. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money fait oh, money fait oh. Ola femi, ola femi, ola femi, ola femi. Bobo, 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 ayami. Bobo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, want her to fight. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Money fit, ayaba, olori. She's a goddess like Oshun, got me feeling like Ogun. I don't wanna waste your time, but I gotta make you mine. The feeling is mutual, she want this consensual. Tell me you stay, don't go away, pour my love over you. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oshun Aladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, want her to fight. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju all over you. Monife, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Monife, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Monife, ayaba, olori, ayaba. Monife, ayaba, olori. I don't wanna cross the line. Got me working overtime. 24, 9 to 5, just to see you smile bright. I really wanna make you mine, yeah. Have you by my side, yeah. Just to get you right, can't get you out my mind. It's her melanin, way she sway her hips, her crown, loving it. Oh, Shuna Ladeo, you make me wait for you. You got me chasing you. Turn day to night, water to fire. This is unusual. No lies, just tell the truth. This hit feels overdue. Your skin is shine like diamonds and light. Juju.
Oh, darling. Oh. Oh, darling. How are you, darling? Oh, how are you, darling? Oh, come on in, darling. Don't be shy. I don't bite. Unless, of course, you're into that type of thing. Oh, darling, you dog you. Oh, you dog you. I do want to thank you all for being here with me this afternoon. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, darling, and I don't take that for granted, darling. You know, I hate to ask you all this favor, but I must ask you, if you could please like the video on your way in, darling. I hate to ask a favor, darling, but I need you all to please like the video on your way in. Thank you so much. We have an assignment today, and we're just going to go ahead and understand the assignment. All right. We're not even going to waste no time. We're going to get right into it because I'm on mommy duty today. And I got mommy stuff to do. So we need to get this done, darling. But, oh, darling, I just needed to speak on this. And I'm gonna already help y'all. I'm gonna help all Black women with all of your counter attacks before I even get into the stream. Okay. Because I already know. Let me go ahead and help y'all. Okay. Let me go ahead and help y'all. Please like the video, y'all. Please like the video on your way in. Okay, we have a dragging to complete today. So come on in so we can drag and in which the way we need to drag today. So let me go ahead and preface this because I know how y'all are. Okay, I know how Black women are especially, and I'm going to go ahead and save us all the trouble. Why do we care and why is this our business? Well, I'm going to talk about that first. And I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to help you ladies by giving an example in regards to the men, because I know that y'all, everything y'all do, you always deflect it to, well, what about when the men do it and when the men do it and this and the third. Now, I am an anti-builder kind of woman. All right. When it comes to my Patreonas, my mentees, I am avidly against building with a man. I am all for not inhibiting a man while he builds himself, because that tends to be what I've seen in my years as in doing relationship counseling and mentoring, which is most men with dignity don't want no woman necessarily rolling up her sleeves to help him build. However, what he wants is you not distracting him and you not acting a fool so that he can build. Most women do not have the mental capacity to not get in a man's way while he's building. He's trying to build, he's trying to make something for the family, and you arguing about who picture he liked on Instagram. Wow. So that I'm big on that. The reason why I do not believe in building with a man, let me rephrase this. I don't believe in building with a man that's not your husband with no prenup. Let me be more specific. You can build with a man if he is your husband and you have no prenuptial agreement. Okay. That way, if and when you build with him and he gets successful and now you're out of shape and you don't look good and you no longer fit the aesthetics for his new life, he cannot just take everything you help build him with and go off. I believe that if you're going to build with a man, and if we're talking about the institution of marriage, we're not talking about the sacred intimacy between two people. We're talking about the governmental institution of it. That is called a business partner. So if you build with him, that means that if at any point either party wants to, dissolve the business relationship, you would go ahead and split those assets, period. Okay. You are a fool if you build with a man that you are not married to. Okay. You're slow and you just deserve whatever you get. Because if he truly plans on taking you with him to that next level, he will have no problem marrying you now. It is the biggest scam where if you know we locked in, ain't no switching up, then go ahead and get married. What the hell? But when you're with a man and you're helping him pay half the bills, all you're doing is making him save money to get where he needs to get faster to leave you behind. We're in the age of information. I don't know how many times we got to see women having kids with a man, not married with a man, but you living with him, giving him free, consistent in-house sex, and you're contributing to him financially. You are slow. Okay. If he truly feels like, no, we're in this, we're together, I love you, I'm with you, then regardless of what financial place he's at, if he plans on sticking with you throughout all of it, he'll marry you in the beginning. If he see, okay, you riding, all right, you with it, you gonna help build with me, that's when I'm gonna go ahead and marry. And so I tell other men, you can no longer get upset that women are like, no, I'm not building with no man. You can build. I will simply be here to make building easier for you. I will make it so that, you can build and I will not get in your way. I will not distract you with stupid, frivolous things and arguments. That's the best I got for you if you're in a relationship with a man and you're not married to him. Okay. If you're married, you can build, but make sure it's set up where you cannot build this man and then he take your stuff and take off. Okay. You're slow if you do that. And so now what I tell other men is this: if you are tired of women saying that they're not building with you, if you feel like a man is not loved unless he has money to contribute, whatever that means, you're going to have to start holding other men accountable. If you are tired of women saying, we want a man that makes X amount of money, this and the third, then what you're going to have to start doing is when your homeboys or, whatever your colleagues or your peers of men, when you see that he has a woman that has built with him and rode with him and stuck by him, you as men are going to have to come forward and be like, oh no, my brother, that woman built with you. She held you down. She had your back. You're not about to just be out here and just go run off with an Instagram model. You're not doing that. Okay. She was loyal to you. She held it down. She built with you. Other men need to hold him accountable. Of course, each man going to do what he wants. Can one man control another? No. But it should not be accepted where a man can have a woman build with him, then run off, do something stupid, and all his homeboys just sit there and act like Stevie Wonder or Helen Keller. No, you're going to have to start speaking up. Stop laughing at it. You're going to have to stop condoning it. Stop making it easier. Okay? Now, I feel the same exact way when it comes to women and marriage present day. 10, 15, 20 years ago, things were very different. Okay. There was no social media. So people could be in their relationships by themselves. Nowadays, we literally have people in relationships telling their partner, hi partner, I need X, Y, and Z from you. Okay. We have people communicating with their partner, hi partner, I need this from you. And what's happening now is instead of those two people being able to work out what they're doing between each other, now people are ignoring their partner and instead going to the Alpha podcast like, no, I know that's what my woman said, but the Alpha podcast said that don't be saying yes to her and don't be doing this. Now we don't have it where two people can just say, you know what, we're going to come together. All right, we're going to come together, get through life together. Now we have all the pillow talking podcast women like, I would not get with him. He don't make enough money. He can't buy you Chanel. So now people are not simply left to be able to just find someone they rock with, someone that they can get along with, get through life with, and make it happen. People are no longer just concerned about getting a viable partner for them. Now they're not only looking for a partner for them, but a partner that everyone in podcast world also agrees with. And that makes it very difficult. Why? Because people going to talk whether you're doing good or bad. People going to talk whether you're with Naomi Campbell or whether you're with Rosie O'Donnell. They're going to still talk, right? So now we have so many people sharing their negative experiences. Back in the day, you didn't know about a negative experience unless you were in the barbershop or unless you were in the hair salon and hear somebody talking about it. Now you get on YouTube and you hear 1,000 negative experiences at the drop of a dime. Back in the day, women manipulated and tricked their way into getting married. Okay. Now those same women have sat on the internet sharing all their tactics. Now all the men who were the victims of this manipulation, now that they're divorced and got half of their stuff taken from them, now these men are also on the internet talking about don't get married, don't do this, don't do that. And they have hundreds of receipts to back up of why marriage has become a danger to men, right? So what does that mean? That means that any man that pushes through all the Alpha podcasts, any women who pushes through all the dark femininity advice, and people that push through that and make their own decision for themselves to get married, legitimize their relationship, that means that you're a revolutionary. That means that you're going against everything that everyone has told you to do. And you heard it all, and you're making a conscious decision to go against that for those people that still believe in the sacredness and the beauty of marriage. So hats off and congratulations to anyone that disregards all the podcast advice and still gets married, because we all know that's how you win in the end, right? So therefore, if we're in a day where we have seen countless numbers of men get took up throughout the divorce system, okay, we've seen we got 1,000 examples of why men should not get married today. We got women present day saying that they're not cooking and cleaning. Women present day, literally what they want is, you cannot tell me I cannot be fat because then you're mean and then you don't love me for me. Okay. I hope I can find this clip I want to show you of this woman that was on one of them judge shows, and her husband was like, baby, you gained all this weight. You ain't even trying to lose it. And if you don't lose this weight, I'm up out of here, which I commend that brother for doing, because more men need to do that. Because I don't know how else to explain to you all that women communicate the way they respect you with the way they look, period. When you come home and your woman is fat with a big t-shirt and a bonnet, that is a direct correlation to she don't respect you. Okay. So I literally saw a woman where, she's on the show. She's like, I need to lose weight for my husband. Like, I'm so sorry. And here goes another woman, also big, of course. You ever notice that big girls always are each other's support system? Like, why big girls can't get together to work out and diet? Why the only time I see y'all getting together is when you're trying to give each other a pep talk as to why someone is wrong for not accepting you the size of a whale. And imagine if you took that energy and got together to exercise. But all you do is get together to eat and condone each other's greed and lack of discipline. Okay, talk about misdirected energy there. Okay, you get together to do something else. And I see another big girl on there talking about, relationships are through thick and thin. Okay, so if he can't accept you while you thick, he don't deserve you when you thin. Women literally telling other women to break their families apart and divorce their husbands because the husband said, baby, you need to lose weight. Unbelievable. So now modern women, which is why I just cannot bring myself to care about modern wives hitting other women with the whole, where's your husband? Are you married? That is embarrassing. Okay, I want you to really dissect that for a second. The example I'm gonna give you is, I'm a tall girl, and I have women come to me all the time, like, Six, before I saw you, I was really insecure about my height. I was really uncomfortable with it. But wow, you have made being tall look so positive, look so sexy, look so beautiful. And now you've made me embrace my height. So what does that mean? That means I have taken something and I have made it look appealing to others. I've inspired others to embrace their height, other tall women. Put that dress on, put them heels on, honey. You're tall. You're top 1% women in genetics, honey. Embrace it. God favored you. Okay. Genetic game, go crazy. But how embarrassing is it to be a modern married woman and have society witness your marriage and it make people never want to get married? It's so embarrassing to be a married woman and then sit and tell other women, why y'all ain't married? Ma'am, I would not say that so loud. I would not say that so loud. I would quiet that down a little bit because it's actually, it's very telling to modern wives today that you single-handedly have made marriage look like the worst mistake a man can make. And then you all brag about it and think it's funny. Every day, I'm on TikTok or Instagram, and I see a woman joking about financial abuse. Oh, my husband told me no shopping on Amazon this month, so I'm going to go ahead and hide my Amazon boxes. Excuse me? Ma'am. How is financial abuse funny? Do you know what would happen if men joked about abusing us? Well, that would not go too well, would it? Like, imagine if men joked about abusing us. Like, my wife asked me not to put my hands on her, but she pissed me off. So, ha ha ha. Oh, my husband told me that we need to stay within our budget this month and I need to stay off Amazon. But ha ha ha, I took his card anyway and went shopping, and I'm hiding the Amazon boxes from my husband. And of course, I'm the weirdo, right? I'm always the weird one in groups of women because here are the other women on it laughing. And I'm the only one. I want to comment so bad, even though I don't believe in commenting my unwanted opinion when people express their opinion on their account. Like, if you come on my account and express your opinion, that annoys me. I didn't necessarily ask you to express in a contrarian form. It's like, if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. If you disagree, you can disagree respectfully. You can disagree. But I don't ever, like, if somebody makes this on their own account, I'm not going to go on there and be like, oh my God, why did you say that? It's not my place to do that. But I be thinking in my head, am I the only one that thinks that this is not funny? This is financial abuse. Every day I'm on Instagram and TikTok and I see a wife joking about how, oops, I fell asleep and did not give intercourse to my husband. Ha ha ha. When you've fallen asleep for the 4th time this week after promising him some intercourse. Ha ha ha. Every day I get on Instagram and TikTok and I see a woman that's fat and been fat for 10 years putting her husband all in the camera like, look at my husband. He's still here and he still loves me even though I'm fat. Every day I see a woman who has got in front of all her family and friends and said, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, through sickness and health. Then the minute that she want to find herself The minute that her homegirls make the single hot girl summer life look so fun, all of a sudden they're divorcing their families, talking about irreconcilable differences. And I'm not happy. So now what happens now? Like, how does this, what effect does this have? Okay. The other problem is that women now have a mindset as though men are not good for anything but intercourse. And this is where it really went left, and this is where it really went dark. Okay. Once you get to this place where you're telling the men that, I've never seen a woman call another woman a pick-me because she's having a baby with a man and she's not married. All I see is congratulations. Now, if you as a woman get on the internet and you say that, if you get on the internet and you say, you know what, I think that we should appreciate our men. I think Black men are ours. They belong to us. We belong with each other. We're in the same boat. It is what it is. And I think that if we're going to be with a man, then yeah, we should cook and clean, because that is a domestic, easier task to complete. And the man's body is more equipped without any monthly inhibitions or inhibitions of pregnancy like we have. And the man's body is equipped for hard work and stress and labor. So therefore, it kind of would make sense that our men probably would get a lot further in life if they didn't have to worry about stupid stuff like their laundry and what they're going to eat for lunch. Let's just talk about what sounds logical. If the food for the baby is here, then that probably means that we're meant to be with the baby. If the baby's food is here, then it probably means that our baby should also be here. So it kind of would make sense that let's go ahead and enable our men to make more money, because he's not going to have to worry about dumb stuff that you can do, like picking up his dry clean. And, when you say that, you're a pick-me. We ain't no maid. We ain't no chef. I ain't cooking and cleaning. I'm not the maid. But what I will do is I will give them intercourse. Let me do my calculations on that. So we can't cook and clean because that makes us a maid. So that means if we effing and essing, does that make us his whore? So if cooking and cleaning makes us his maid, okay, they're like, that's for a wife. That's for a wife. Y'all doing all that cooking and cleaning, that's for a wife. However, every day we laughing and joking about giving them intercourse. So if cooking and cleaning without being married makes us a maid, then does effing and essing while we're not married make us a whore and a harlot? Because it must. So now we're in this weird place where a woman can open her legs, but not open her cabinet, not open her seasoning cabinet, which is a weird place to be. Okay. So now women are like, we're going to still give you intercourse, still give you fellatio. We're going to still give you children, but we're not going to cook and clean and be your woman. Now, the men at first thought that they had won with this. They thought they ate with this. At first, the men felt like, oh, shoot, okay. You ain't got to tell me twice. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat. Dieta says, I wish CC and other Black women understand their value as presenting themselves as ladies and take pride in it. Our greatest flex is being naturally ourselves. Savannah James is a great example of it. Absolutely. I love that. Thank you for the super chat. Mandisa says, when I saw the psychologist saying she don't see male clients and all the women supporting her, I realized I'm the weird one. Right. And she was a chubby Black woman. No one's more mad than a chubby Black woman. So now she's a chubby Black woman where, I'm going to tell y'all how a lot of these Black women end up becoming Black male haters. It's from men getting intercourse from them and then ghosting them. That's what it come from. I'm going to be real with y'all. Women that have never been, smashed and dashed do not feel that level of vitriol towards men. Them women you see that be so angry, like, I'm done with men. I'm done with men. Girl, you got smashed and passed. So, they lay down with the man. They give the man their goodies. Then the man, he may smash once or twice more if he's bored. But after he get what he want, he be gone. And so after being smashed and passed so many times, now here comes the I'm done with black men. I'm this and that. Girl, stop. If he smashed and never called you again, sweetie, honestly, just say that. Okay? Like, we honestly don't need you, like, doing all this. Like, oh, black men this, sweetie, you got smashed and dashed. And you just need to say that, But going on this whole tirade of black men are terrible, black men are this, girl, we know you got smashed and passed. Just stop. Okay? Women that have never got smashed and passed don't feel that way. All right? This is why, instead of talking about the men, this is why instead I choose to teach proper puss management. If you simply manage your puss better, then you won't have men smashing and dashing on you, and then you won't become angry. But it's very, disheartening for a woman when men are just coming, smash you, never call you again. Now we got these chubby black women, chubby black female psychologists on the internet talking about how they're not servicing black men anymore. Which also leads into why I will always stand by the fact that black women are not meant for leadership positions, because black women do not know how to compartmentalize. So now, because she in her personal life got smashed and dashed, because she is a psychologist. So I'm sure that when she dates men, she disregards the fact that she's shaped like Humpty Dumpty. I'm sure that she feels as though because she got a degree and because she's educated, she's very condescending towards them and thinks that a man is supposed to just get down on his knees and value her because she is educated. That's why the black female psychologist is the number one person to be avoided, 100%. Okay. I tell all my clients that do not go to black female psychologists, counselors, unless she's a real nigga. If she's a real nigga and she is pro-black family, then you're good. But the average black woman is not. And yes, her getting smashed and dashed in her real life will affect her career. So I saw that girl. I was going to do a video on her, but it was so easy to kind of tell what her real problem was. So I just was like, never mind. I'm not making no video about no big girl that's mad because men keep smashing and dashing. At what point are you the common denominator? A woman, you really should never have a chance for a man to smash and dash you. That really should never happen. Okay? If you get smashed and dashed on a consistent basis, it's you, period. It's not that these men, it's not any of that. The fact that so many of y'all been smashed and dashed multiple times blows my mind. And the fact that you still will decide that you're not the problem, the men are the problem. You cannot save everybody. So now we have wives present day. Y'all remember when I was doing my wife talk series? Do y'all know why I had to stop doing the wife talk series? This is so embarrassing. I had to stop doing the wife talk series because I could not find black women who were in shape, married, worked out consistently, wore their real hair, take care of all the cooking and cleaning while their man took care of all the bills, that did not prioritize her career over her family, that believed in holistic mothering, breastfeeding, homeopathic cures, no vaccinations. I couldn't find no wives. I couldn't find none. I could not find no wives that are in shape with their real hair, that keep their house clean and don't complain about it, that cook, that are not shooting medications and vaccines into their children. Could not find none. Because I can't bring no unattractive wives on here because men don't give a damn about how to get basic and unattractive women. She got to be a baddie. She got to be a woman where it's like, oh, it might inspire other men to say, oh, I want a wife like that. Can't find none. Had to stop the series. Because I realized the married women are the worst. They worse than the single women present day. Because they going back on sacred vows. Okay? Unbelievable. So I stopped. That's why I stopped the Wife Talk series. And that's a shame. That is so shameful. I don't even know what to say. This is why I never weaponize marriage against women. Why you not married? Why you not this? No. Instead, I'm sticking my foot off in other women's behinds because you have made marriage unstomachable. Okay. So this is why we as women, when we see other women who are married abusing their husbands, because that's what it is. When she joke about shopping on Amazon when her husband said no, financial abuse. When she joke about falling asleep when she promised her husband some intercourse, that is abuse. I'm trying to mind my words to keep my monetization. When she's fat and stays fat and then brags and tells you that if you tell her she needs to lose weight, she's going to lose weight, then leave you. When she brags on the internet and objectifies you as a prop, like, look at this nigga, he's still here and I'm fat. That is abuse. And when you step out in front of your husband's peers to a red carpet event, butt naked, that is abuse. When you are married and rap and sing lyrics about how you don't need no man, that is abuse. So it's going to take us as women to start calling out other women who are married and be like, yo, you know, it's not going to work for y'all to be out here showing y'all behind like this, literally. Because there are women, I can't tell you how many women I have in my arsenal, good women in my Patreon, which, by the way, ladies, why are you not in my Patreon? Okay. There's so much realness that I can't even put here on YouTube. Join the Patreon. All right. It's an excellent community of women who are solution oriented. These are not the women who just condone your negative behavior and the only way they justify it is, it's your body. Everyone mind their business. Why is it your business? No, I got a group of ladies that want to win. They want solutions. They're disciplined. They want to put the work in. They're self-accountable. You don't have to worry about being in there and being scared to be married or say you want to be married to a black man. You ain't got to do that. We have movie nights. We watch different movies and TV shows to help us cultivate our relationship skills. We have monthly meetups where we get together, talk about our mental health, our progress, let our hair down, have fun. There's all kinds of women in the group you can ask questions to. We discuss fitness, recipes, everything womanhood, motherhood. There is no gatekeeping. All of us are very good about being upfront about our secrets, you know, and stuff like that. So if you want to join a support group, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/Sixthegoddis. I get ready for my live shows on the Patreon. So when you see my makeup looks, you don't have to ask, how did you do it? What did you use? Everything I did, everything I use is in the Patreon. Join the group. It's the best few bucks you can spend, okay? It is not expensive. It's not overpriced like some of them out here. If you can't put $10 a month towards your bettering yourself and getting the good tea and perfecting your womanhood, your relationship skills, then I don't know what to tell you. But if you're tired of being mean and ugly, come to Death Row, come join the Patreon, honey. Okay, we doing work in there. We doing the work. We look good in the Patreon. Okay, we look good. Period. All right. Patreoners, check in. Where y'all at? Are y'all in here? Hey, are y'all here? Hey, y'all, love y'all. So this is why we as women, it is absolutely our business. When we see other women abusing their husbands in broad daylight, yes, it is. Yes, we do need to say something. So I'm going to just go ahead and pull this up for you. Okay, so we can get a peek here. Now, I'm a woman where so many times, you know, I have been told that I've been told that, it's weird when women don't have a bunch of friends. Like me, I have 3 friends. You know what I'm saying? Me, I am very selective about the women that I surround myself with, because this part I'm about to say is not my opinion. This part is actually a fact. The number one thing that affects whether or not a person stays in a marriage is not religious beliefs, it's not finances, it is the thoughts and opinions of their friends and family. Okay? If their friends and family are pushing them towards not being in that marriage or that relationship, that is the number one factor that will determine whether that person stays or exits the relationship. So because of that, I've always been very careful on who I associate with. And I had someone I was in a relationship with before, like, say a joke to me and kind of like throw shade at me, like, you don't even have friends like that. Like, you don't have like a social group that you even belong to. Like, you need a social group. You need a group of friends and a group you belong to. And I was like, I mean, do you want me to go do that? Because if you want me to go hang out with the girls at the women's empowerment brunch, I can. But I don't know if that's going to make you continue to have the same woman. That man got so quiet so quick and was like, let me stop throwing shade. Let me stop trying to be rude. Let me just shut up. Yeah, think about that. I mean, what are you saying? Do you want me to go hang out with the Instagram baddie crew that got boutiques and sell bundles and lashes? Because I can. But it ain't but for a matter of time before now I'm going to be suddenly looking at you as though I'm too good for you now. I've seen that happen so many times. I know a girl right now. She's part of the BBL Instagram baddies flat tummy tea. Was with her husband for 15 years. Then she started hanging out with the flat tummy tea crew. And less than 2 years later, she don't left her husband talking about, I deserve better. Got 3 kids with a husband with him 15, 20 years. Now she done started hanging out with the Instagram baddie crew. Now she's getting divorced. I knew that was going to happen. I saw her hanging out with the Instagram baddie crew and I was like, no, don't do it. That is the main thing that affects someone, especially women. So this is why I tell women all the time, divorce your happily single friends and your unhappily married friends. Divorce them. I'm a big supporter of stepping over dead bodies when it comes to other women. When you have other women around you, the live, laugh, love type of girls, I got to do what's best for me. You don't make me happy. I'm not happy with you. You don't love me right. And so since you don't love me right, that's why I can't exercise and do my makeup and get myself together, because you ain't loving me right. Which in a separate conversation, we'll talk about how so many women do look a mess and are overweight because of a man, which further leads to why women are so sensitive about the topic of weight, because most women are fat because of a man. Whether it be their father that left them and never loved them, or a man that stressing them out and dragging them through the mud. We're going to talk about that at some point, that everything that Black women do is for a man. If she ain't got time for her makeup and to go to the gym, it's, oh, well, the man didn't make an environment for me to do that. Well, the man was not admiring me enough, so I did not have the energy to take care of myself. Look at Monique from Love and Lockup. She spends 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, tracking that Negro location and where he's at, and spends 0 of that time at the gym. So when you tell a Black woman she's fat, all she hears is you're acting like you don't care about the pain that she went through from a man. But that's a whole nother conversation that we'll have another day, about how everything y'all do is for a man. Y'all don't do nothing unless it guarantee a man not cheating. Y'all don't do nothing unless it guarantee a man not leaving you. Then y'all lie and say that you don't do nothing for the male gaze, but you don't move a muscle unless it guarantee a result from a man, honey. You fat right now because you stressed out and mad over a man, honey. But that's a conversation. I know y'all not ready for that, honey. Y'all are not ready for that, and we'll talk about that another day. So here we go. Let's go ahead and look at this. Now, let me say this. I know plenty of women who are married that are super sexy, dress cute, and they're married. This conversation is not to say that when you're married, you can't be cute no more. When you're married, you can't be sexy no more. That is not what this is about. I've seen women, a few married women I follow, Total Body by April, Leticia Marie Gardner, Mrs. 2 Weeks Out, be the first ones with some sexy stuff on. But for example, if I see Total Body by April in a bikini, she is at the beach with her husband. You see what I'm saying? I don't see Total Body by April just at her husband's company Christmas dinner in a thong. Okay? If I see Total Body by April when in a tight, sexy dress, they're on a dinner date and it's a sexy, classy dress. I've never seen her with her nipples and her cheeks out at her husband's colleagues' events and work events. Okay? So I'm big on it's not what you do, is how you do it. And there is a time and a place for everything. For example, if I go to any event or anything that have to do with my son, especially with him being a teenager, and I am the hot mom, and now he at that age where boys are, oh, your mom is hot. I dress like a stud butch lesbian. You hear me? When I'm around my son or his friends, honey, I have on sweatpants, a hoodie, or jeans, a t-shirt. Baby, that is not the time to be walking around in a cute little dress. It's not the time. Okay? So there is a time. If you're going with your husband to any work-related event, that is 100% not the time to have your cheeks out. Have some sense and be fucking for real for a minute. But common sense ain't common. So this conversation is not to be like, oh my God, Ciara is dressing sexy. No, it's called time and place. For example, if I go to an intimate gathering at someone's home, let's say it's a married couple, and they're having dinner at their home, that is not the time to walk into the party with a little skirt on, little shorts on, and a bunch of cleavage. You're in another woman's home where her husband resides. You're at a party in their house. Put on some clothes, period. Now, if you out for Taco Tuesday with your girls, fine. Go put on your little skirt. Great. Okay? When you're at your son's basketball game, cover up. Is it making sense? Okay? If you're out, if you're on vacation, okay, and y'all at a day party in Jamaica and you want to wear a little short sundress, great. At your husband's red carpet work event, no. Okay? Not my good sis Danica. Hey sis. My good sis says too many females confuse slutty with sassy. They are not synonymous. You can be sassy without doing too much. And that's period. And I think that you're a great example for that, Danica, is you are a married woman who have not let herself go. You still fly, you still sexy. Okay? But we ain't never not one time seen you with your husband like this, with your nipples and your cheeks out. And we thank you for that. Okay. Thank you for being a great example on what modern day wives should look like. Okay. We need that. The girls need that. All right. So I appreciate that. So now let's go ahead and check out the photos. Now I'm honestly scared. I'm hoping that having her cheeks on my screen don't have them try to flag the stream. Okay. If the outfit that you're wearing with your husband can potentially get people's pages flagged, you ain't got no business wearing it. So this is what she's worn. Okay. The title to this article says Ciara is basically naked on Vanity Fair Oscar Party 2023 red carpet. That in itself is embarrassing. This is Vanity Fair, all right? This is a very large media. I'm sorry, no, this is page 6. Either way, this is a very large media company. And the fact that they have to have that be the title is extremely embarrassing. Can this go away? Like, go away. We're not subscribing. We're not doing it. No one's subscribing to that. So this is what she wears alongside her husband. I also want to say that, ma'am, you're old as hell. Okay, we have a major problem in the Black community where women don't know when it's time to put it down. They don't know when it's time to give it up. All right. They don't know. And sweetie, it's time to give it up. As you see, her entire cheeks, I mean, literally naked. Literally naked. Why? What is the point? What was the point in this? I don't get it. Why? Why am I seeing your crack? Is this even sanitary? Now that I think about it, first of all, I would be disturbed if I am in the Oscar stadium and there is an ass crack on the seat. We're not that far past COVID. You finna get COVID up your coochie. Okay? You're finna get, Ciara is about to invent anal COVID. Okay? Because I don't care how clean you are. I do not want to sit on no seats where anyone's bare ass crack has sat. I don't care if you just showered and scrubbed your asshole with bleach. I don't want to sit there. So the fact that you're sitting in this multi-million-dollar event with your anus spread across the seat, let's take out the fact that you're somebody's wife and mom. Let's just talk about health. Okay? If we just talk about health-wise, this is not right. What if you fart? If she farts, it's over. Okay? If she farts, there will be microscopic pieces of fecal matter all over the seat. What happens when you stand up and the seat filler has to sit down after you? What does the seat smell like after you get up? Okay. So if we just talk about cleanliness, this is giving absolutely not. All right. Now, let me see if I can find this because I'm trying to blow this up for y'all. I just want y'all to look at Russell's face because the face that he makes just... Let me reshare this. The face that he's making, the face he's making is giving me very much so like, it's giving like, I've just accepted my fate. Like, I can't do anything about this. Like, I'm sorry. The face he gives is like, I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm so sorry for this, but there really is nothing that I can do about it. So now let's go ahead and look at this. You know, I give it maybe another year or two before we'll have to hear Ciara say, let me go ahead and recite it. We grew apart and I was really losing myself in that marriage. And I realized that I can be more than a wife, you know? Like before I knew it, the longer I was married to Russell, I realized like I am not Ciara anymore. Like now I'm Russell's wife. And I was losing myself, you know? This how she gonna explain it. And here gonna be, this why I ain't got no friends. Because her dumbass friends like Summer Walker and Lala. Oh, Lord have mercy. First of all, that's why if I was a guy, certain chicks, I'm just not going to be with my woman hanging out with, okay? If you my woman, then all of a sudden you start hanging out with Summer Walker and Lala, I'm going to have to X that. Because there ain't a matter of time before that retardation becomes contagious. Now you got my big retarded. You know what I'm saying? You ain't finna be spreading your retardation to mine. So I'd have been like, listen, sweetie, you call it controlling, call it what you want, but I'm gonna go ahead and save you from myself. You're not gonna be my woman hanging out with Summer Walker under any circumstance. Arguably one of the dumbest women I have ever seen modern day. I don't know no one that really is as dumb as her, except maybe Janiyah Michelle of all the little Instagram baddies. You know, there is absolutely no way my woman would be hanging out with Summer Walker, let alone doing work on her. First of all, Ciara, you're almost 40. Give it up, sweetie. Black women don't never know how to get out the game and stop competing. And what's so funny is, like, once you get out the game and stop trying to compete with younger women, they revere you. They salute you. You're always big sister. You're always auntie. And what you should be doing is sitting back, giving the young girls the game. What you should be doing is sitting back with the young girls, telling them, you know, when I was your age, I did that and I regretted that. You probably shouldn't do that. What you should be doing is telling them all the things that you regret, everything you could have did different. But instead of y'all sitting back, and not to say if you were OG, you can't still look good. All right. I plan on looking good in my casket. When I die, when I'm 100 years old, I plan on being in my casket, slaying at 100. But I'm not going to be out here sizing up no 21-year-old girl trying to compete with her. For what? I did what you did 10 years ago, sweetie. I been did that. Ain't nothing to compete with. Baby girl, do you and be great. I'm your big sister. Let me be here to guide you. I'm your OG. Let me be here to put you on game. Now, I can't tell you how many times, even me in my early 30s, I have women in their 50s and 60s. I come in the room and she looking at me like this. For what? You're my dad's age. Why are you looking at me like that? We shouldn't be competing. You should be so advanced from me, just mentally, spiritually. I should never be a threat to you. So, Ciara, you're almost 40. Why are you running around in booty shorts and gold teeth with Summer Walker and Megan the damn Stallion? Every time I see Ciara, she with Lala, Meg the Stallion, Summer Walker, and Kim Kardashian. This is why women need men that put their foot down. Okay? Because let's say even when you marry her, you don't know she hanging out with Meg the Stallion and Summer Walker. But then once you're married, you're allowed to tell your woman, these women are potentially detrimental to our marriage. You're not going to hang with them. Period. More men need to start putting their foot down because, Russell, why is your woman hanging out with Summer Walker and Meg the Stallion? Why? Why we don't never see Ciara hanging out with other unproblematic NFL or NBA wives? Why don't I see her hanging out with Savannah James? So now let's go on her Instagram, okay? Because I know the signs of a woman getting ready to slide. Because you know, as women, we don't typically just wake up in the morning and like, we're going to leave this man. It tends to be a very gradual exit strategy process. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at her Instagram. Because when I looked at her Instagram, I was like, I sense divorce. I sense divorce coming. Now, a little bit of tea is, I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard, honey. Someone say, I love this comment. Let me highlight this comment. Let me highlight this comment. DJ The Truth say, who TF is Savannah James? I absolutely love that you even have to ask that question. That means she's doing her job. I love that you asked that. Great. Okay. There rarely is room for two stars in a relationship. Mainly one person going to be the one to fall back and play the background. Two people trying to be seen, trying to be cute, rarely work. We need someone to go ahead and play the background, fall back. Can't have two people trying to compete and outshine each other and doing all that. I love the fact that you don't even know who she is. Great. That means she's doing exactly what she's supposed to do. All right. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm about to put y'all on game what it look like when your chick finna leave you. Okay. So here goes her posting the photos from the Oscars like it's fine. There she go with Meg Thee Stallion. Why? What positive reason could you have for hanging out with Meg Thee Stallion? What do y'all possibly have in common? Now, I'm all for wanting to look good. You know, me and Ciara have pretty much an identical body type. So I get it. You tall, you feel good, you want to show it off. But you know this is a shame. Let me tell you how you know this is a shame. You know it's a shame when you taking pictures with Meg Thee Stallion, but Meg Thee Stallion got on more clothes than you. That's a damn shame. As a single hot girl, she got on more than you got on as an old ass married woman. Thank you for the super chat. Peppermint Patty say, I feel like Ciara wanted to have a moment like when Rihanna broke the internet for her crystal dress in 2014. But Riri was 26 and single at the time. And Riri was wrong too. But yeah, it is a different level of wrong when you are married. Not only married, but married to an alleged conservative guy. Now, you know what I find embarrassing about this? Is that after we see her ass crack, the next thing we see is her baby. Okay? So first, we have to look at your ass crack. And then after we look at your ass crack, we see your baby. And I have a soft spot for the babies because I got a baby. And so that should be your first sign that something you're doing is not right. Okay? First, it's your crack. Then it's your child. It's not adding up. All right? So let's go ahead and look at some of what she got going on. Okay. This is so much better with some actual clothes on. You look so good with your husband. Like, why can't we just leave it like this? Like, Ciara, every time we think that you're doing good, you then surprise us and start doing something dumb. Okay? Every single time. Every time we think that we've made progress, here you go. Okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at some of her captions. So as we know, she has a song that has recently come out called The Girls. Okay? So she's made this song called The Girls, and we're going to go over the lyrics. Now, when Ciara first got with Russell, I thought to myself, like, you know what? This is healthy, and I'm here for this. Like, I love to see a woman that was accountable, realized where she went wrong, was able to do better, make better choices. I love that for a woman. I think that is so healthy And I think that is so positive. You know, so I always felt like, you know, why people be hating on Ciara and Russell? Like, you know, she was able to redeem herself. He seems to love her. They seem happy. Like, what's the problem? You know, and I always felt like, damn, like, why people gotta hold everything against them? Like, we all can, you know, do better and grow. And I think that's how a lot of people felt about the situation. I never really had anything to really say about her because I'm like, you know, what would have been the alternative? I love to see a Black family work. I love to see a Black child be loved and taken care of and provided for. Okay. So, and I also want to make that clear in this conversation that I am not saying this hoping that a Black family fall apart. I never hope that. Okay. I never hope that. However, if we're just being real, this is her welcoming her own demise into her own marriage. Okay. Let me go here. So the way that you can tell that some stuff is getting ready to go down is when they start doing stuff like this. Let me always keep in mind, I think she deleted some things because where is... Always keep in mind, let me see, let me make sure that the sound is not on. You know what? You know who else I think is good? Kelly Rowland. What do y'all think about Kelly Rowland? I think Kelly Rowland, I was going to say Angela Bassett, and I love Auntie Angela, but I'm a little bit concerned that I feel like Auntie Angela has done so good in her career that why are you now on TV sleeping with a white man? Like, Auntie Angela was doing so good until she got on the internet sleeping with a white guy. And then I was like, dang it, Auntie Angela. And you did all that and they still ain't give you that Oscar. When will Black women learn? When will attractive, in shape, respectable Black women learn there will never be a place for you in Hollywood, ever? There will never, ever be. Angela Bassett don't sat up there and slept with that white man, think it was going to get her an Oscar. Nope, still ain't get it because they hate attractive, respectable, in shape Black women. That's why you're not going to see us represent. That's why I never wasted my time with Hollywood dreams. Y'all is not finna put a real nigga like me on the forefront at all. All y'all gonna do is put big girls like Lizzo and Sherry Shepherd in the forefront. Y'all don't want, y'all is not messing with no respectable Black women who are not fat as hell. That's why I don't even bother. Okay. Now I want you to notice there are women, mainly women, hyping up this song. Let me play a little quick second of the song. I'm bad, I'm gorgeous, I'm very important. I'm bad, I'm gorgeous, I'm very important. You know what's so funny is you're really not. Okay, not speaking to Ciara, but if you have to speak about how important you are, you're not. Okay, how are women today important and they don't even think they have to clean or cook? What makes you important? Every woman swears that she got the best coochie. Okay, let them tell it. Everybody swears that their coochie is the best. Everyone swears that they're so important. Everyone swears that you throw their cat in the sky and it turns the sun and it turns the sun in gold. So, you know, what makes you important? Have you ever asked yourself that? Like, what really makes you important? What have you done outside of yourself as a woman to add value to any situation that you're in? But that's not what y'all want to hear. What y'all want to hear is women tell you you're happy, you're gorgeous, and you're very important, but you're not. You work 9 to 5 at your HR job. You get off work, think you're better than your men. Then you go home, watch Netflix. Then you meet up with your girls to go eat and eat a whole plate of food that you don't need to eat. What make you so gorgeous and important? I really want to know. You know what I'm saying? Now, I should have known that Ciara was the op when she was promoting the C19 vax. That's when I should have known. I should have known then, like, this girl is the feds. This girl is the ops. let's go ahead and look at her lyrics for her song, The Girls. Now, when a woman is married and, you know, she's your wife and she's making songs or poems about all the women that don't need no man, that is disrespectful, okay? Because even when we have men who are artists that are married, if you notice, married male artists, they don't get on the internet and be like, I ain't never having no wife. Fuck that bitch. This for the man who ain't never committing to no woman. These hoes ain't shit. They don't do that. Men who are married and they're artists, they may talk about love, they may talk about this and the third, but you'll never hear them have a wife at home and be talking about, fuck that bitch, I ain't marrying no bitch. But here we got women being married, having wet dreams about being single. We saw Lala a few months ago do an interview talking about how she ain't never getting married because she says that all her married friends are miserable, which go back to what I said. Be careful of women that got a bunch of friends that are live, love, laugh type of girls. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. I don't care how secure you think your marriage is. If your woman is surrounded with a bunch of live, love, laugh type of chicks, God bless you. Because it ain't but a matter of time before they're going to start to convince her that you have problems in your marriage that don't exist. Well, you know, Ciara, I think you should be able to make that song. And I think you should be able to have your ass crack out because you still have to be you. You're losing yourself with Russell. Like, you know, that it's, you know, yes, y'all are married, but you're still two separate people. And he wants you praying and in church and all that. You're not being true to yourself, see? And Ciara's sitting with them like, I know y'all, like, sometimes I just wish I could just be single with y'all. Like, sometimes I hate this, but, you know, I have my kids and and see, y'all see single women dating. You see single women going on vacations, going to dinners, doing that. And y'all think that sounds so fun. No, you're seeing these women going on dinners, going on vacations until they're dating and another woman come jump out the bushes or until you realize this person is a psycho. Okay. So they be seeing women today dating. That's all they showing you is the vacations and the restaurants and the gifts. They're not showing you the psychosis that they're having to come through. They're not showing you these other women popping out of a bush. Like, are you talking to Tyrone too? Because I am too. Y'all not showing that. So now y'all don't see single women singling. Now y'all wish you were single. You're not missing nothing. And now y'all being married, wishing y'all were single is why men today are extremely hesitant to get married. It's already bad enough that marriage is not a part of Black American culture. We are working on it becoming a part of it, but it's not. One could argue that marriage is not a part of Black American culture because American marriage laws are different from other countries. In other countries, there really is no child support alimony. In other countries, for the most part, if that man leaves, then he just left. There really isn't much you can do about it. America is one of the few places that has a system in place to hold men accountable. So we could argue that that's why it's not a part of Black American culture, but either way, it's not. And you have a man that fights through that and still does the right thing, and this is how you repay him. Let's go ahead and look at the lyrics. We got to hurry up. This is the lyrics from Ciara's new single called The Girls. Get that money, sis. Keep them on they tip. This is an almost 40-year-old woman singing this. I want y'all to please keep this in mind. Please keep in mind that the woman singing this is damn near 40 years old. Okay? Get that money, sis. Keep them on they tip. They's be trying to press you, but you ain't pressed on it. I'm way too fine to be inside. I'm outside. Meaning, I look way too good for just my husband to see me. Screw him. Who cares if my husband is seeing me? I need these niggas to see me. I'm way too fine to be inside the house that my husband bought me. What do I look like just being fine for just my husband at home? No, I need to go outside. Who cares that my husband is in here? He ain't going nowhere. Screw him. I'm too fine. I need to go be in the streets. Having my own shit, booking my own trips. And this is the beauty of Black women and their hypocrisy, slowness, and mental illness. Says, having my own shit, booking my own trips, don't ever let them disrespect you and call you out your name. So in the midst of her deliberately disrespecting her marriage and undermining her husband, she speaks about how you don't need to let the man disrespect you. Okay, that's what's so funny. In the midst of you saying this, you're disrespecting your husband. And Malevolent Elephant, you're correct. I did see a lot of Black women calling this out. You know why? Because Russell has money. If Russell did not have money, they would be like, I'm glad she's leaving him. She could do better. So please do not confuse. Oh, to be fair, Black women called this out. Yeah, because Russell Wilson is the highest paid football player in the business. That's what they're really meaning. What they really meaning is, girl, because he got the money. If Russell was a Amazon truck driver, none of them would have been like, no, Ciara, you're wrong. So, Malevolent Elephant, I hear you, but I'm not buying it. Let's proceed. You have these boys obsessed. They can't stop bitching in your name. I'm bad. I'm gorgeous. I'm very important. How you calling me a snake and no, I'm standing courtside? This is for the girls who don't need no man. This is for the girls who love yourself. This is for the girls who up and did it by themselves. This is for the girls that's INDEPENDENT. This is for the girls that be living stress-free. This is for the girls on a mission like me. And what is the mission? The mission is subconsciously and passive aggressively attack and abuse the men, since we did not get to end up with the one we really wanted. That's the mission. The mission is for all women where you didn't get the man to act right that you really want. You'll go find a man that's the next best thing and then spend every possible moment that you can putting him down and disregarding his existence as we know it. This for my girls around the world. This for my girls. This is for the girls. And that's how it make me do it. Ma'am, first of all, for those of you who don't know, Ciara never did nothing by herself at any point in her life. Ciara was born with a silver spoon. Her parents did well for themselves. She went from her parents' home to being one of the 0.006% of people who make it as a singer and made some singer money for a short period of time. Then started collecting child support from Future. Then married Russell. This is a woman where every bit of money and opportunity she has ever had in her life was given to her by a man, from her father to her baby daddy to her husband. This is a woman who never accomplished anything on her own, getting nothing out the mud, who is now, instead of encouraging other women to work on their relationships with their fathers and have their father support, work on co-parenting relationships, work on being good wives, she now is making an anthem. This is all the girls that don't need no man, but all women need a man. So you're the ops. Okay. You're the ops. You're out here talking about booking your own trips. Ma'am, what trip you booked on your own? Because inquiring minds want to know. Every time we see you on vacation, it's with your husband, and we know he paid. Okay. We are going to have to do better and get out of this space of it's not our business. And, you know, why do y'all care? You absolutely need to care. Because modern married women today should be ashamed of themselves that you have not made marriage look palatable. You haven't shown what the benefit in marriage is. For many of you, you didn't even contribute anything that would make it be like, you know what? All right, you know, my husband would not have gotten to this point if it wasn't for my assistance, because y'all talking about you want a maid and you want a chef and you ain't finna cook and clean nothing. Okay. Why is it that we're not having married women say, yeah, let me show you how to keep a house. Let me show you how to keep your husband enthralled and keep him, you know, keep him excited. Teaching women how to keep the spice in their marriage, how to respect their husbands. Why is that not being taught? Okay. We were talking to Patreon the other day on our Discord. It was this sister. She was so funny. She did a TikTok. She was in a nice dress in the house talking about on my way to make my husband a sandwich because he pays all the bills and protects us and loves us. And all the women in the comments were mad because she was making her husband a sandwich. And I just was like, you know what? You know, let me see if I can find this video. I really want to find the video of the girl that was married and was sad because she wanted to lose weight for her husband. Let me see if I can find it, because now I want to show it to you. Okay. This is wrong. All right. It is a big deal when a man, you know, pretty much goes. It is a big deal when a man pretty much goes against everything he could be doing, because it's so easy for a man to just, you know, sleep with different women and play around and act a fool. But it's a big deal, you know, when a man says, no, you know, I want to get married. I want to commit. I want to be with you. It's a big deal for a man to do that. So when a man does that and then you turn around and mock him for it and disrespect him, that's disgusting. That's like, you know, I know so many women right now, good women that want to be married, but the men, they're having a hard time, like, you know, deciphering the real from the fake, because they don't see so many women pull the bait and switch. Every time they get online, they see women being married, complaining about their marriage. Y'all complain you got to do laundry, complain you got to cook. I don't understand that. So now the men have seen that. That's a big deal when a man go against all that and still wants to get married. So when we have women acting like this, that is such a slap in the face. A lot of women, you just want the attention that you get at your wedding. You want to put on a nice dress. You want the ring, you want all that. I saw someone said that I'm not inviting anyone to my wedding that will not be there for my marriage. And I said, wow, that is the most profound thing I've heard in a long time, because that's true. They just want the wedding so they can look cute and get attention. But when it comes time to putting the work in, you should feel honored when a man says, I want you to be my wife. I want you to carry my name. That's an honor. But see, this is also what happens when you have men that wanted to cheat the system and get ahead faster in life by using the woman's income resources and credit, because that's the reason why a lot of men cannot even really put their foot down, because they cheated. They wanted to get the bigger house and all that faster, so they end up allowing the woman's income into the equation. So even though they got the bigger house faster, even though they got, this and that quicker, now they've lost their ability to really speak up and say, no, I'm not standing for XYZ, because you needed a sign if I can't other. So since you needed a sign if I can't other, now that's why you scared to put your foot down and be like, no, I ain't feeling this, because you need a co-signer. You know what started happening to me, y'all, that's so crazy? Is now when I go on TikTok and I'm trying to find when I go on TikTok and I'm looking at certain stuff for content, do y'all know that now when people see, because on TikTok, people can see if you save their posts. Do y'all know it has gotten to the place now where when people, if it's a fat woman involved at all in the post, do you know that now if they see me save the post, they block me? They block me. Oh my God, like the minute that if it's any big girl involved, child, the minute they see me on, they block me. They be like, oh hell no, there goes 6. They be like, oh no, there goes 6. She ain't finna get me, and they block me. I think that is so funny. I'm like, damn, not y'all blocking me. Not y'all blocking me. They see me coming and they be like, not today, Satan. They be like, not today, Satan. They be gone. Oh, I think I found it. Here it go. Because y'all ain't gonna believe me if I tell you this. And you know what else is annoying is I'm also annoyed by gay men now coming forward and condoning all Black women's BS, because subconsciously you are in competition for heterosexual straight men. So I'd be annoyed when gay men then be telling Black women like bad advice, because they're in competition to get the men that really want you because you're a real woman. Can we stop that? Can we stop gay men from doing this thing where y'all sit there and clap and y'all sit there and all the BS that Black women are doing? And then I literally saw one where the girl was a huge woman, and she's like, I need to lose weight because I'm attracting the same type of guys, and I'm noticing the guys I want are not giving for me, and I know it's because of my weight. Here go the gay guy, like, no girl, you big, you can stay big, honey. Some men like big girls. Can we stop doing that? And can y'all Black women stop eating your own poison by licking up that attention? Ma'am, he's keeping you fat so the men don't want you and he can get them. Okay. So now y'all think I'm joking. This is why men don't want to get married. This woman is about to tell this woman that if her husband cannot accept her fat, that she should leave her husband, and they have children.
If he can't handle you gaining weight during this process of trying to have a child, what if something happens later in life and you really depend on him to get your groceries because you can't get out of bed, but everything is so aesthetic? I have to be honest, I'm less concerned about him and more concerned why you continue to allow someone to treat you in a way that you know that you don't deserve to be treated. You have to love you and set your own boundaries. Everybody else follows.
That's real right there. Why is that?
I feel like I owe it to him because he took me in when I was in a dark place.
Listen, relationships are through thick and thin. But if he only wants you while you're thin, girl, you got to leave him when you're thick.
Right.
Why did he walk off like she ate? Why did he walk off as though she had said something so profound? That woman just looked at a woman who is married with children, who is telling her I feel like I owe it to him. He's provided for the family. I feel like the least I can do is lose weight for him. We have another fat Black woman totally disregard what she said. She's saying, you see him, he's not fat. He's not fat. He didn't get fat on her. She's saying that he is supporting the family, and she feels like she owes it to him, that he has taken care of the household, so I can go ahead and do my part by losing weight. And you have another fat Black woman telling this woman that if the husband cannot accept her fat, that she should leave him. Let that marinate for like 2 seconds. I'm just going to stay with y'all for a minute. Did that hit y'all yet? Let me take another sip. Let that really marinate in y'all spirit. But then when men say, man, you know, if you ain't gonna ride, if you ain't gonna help me build, if you ain't gonna be with me when I'm broke, I don't want you when I have money. So imagine you go to your man and say, hey, baby, listen, you need to get a second job. You need to make more money. Okay, this is not gonna work out. What if your husband left you? If you went to your husband and was like, hey, sweetie, you know what I'm saying? Your income is not meeting our financial needs. It's not giving us what we need as a family. So I'm going to need you to increase that income. Okay? Because a man should always be willing to do whatever he needs to do to get that money. Okay? There is no such thing as you too good for this job or you too good for that. No. Okay, a man will work at whatever he need to do. The way a man mind work is, okay, if I finish this work and I still have time, that means I can go work some more. That's the way a healthy man mind work. He may have every so often where he kind of sitting around, but the way his brain work is, if I did this work and I got it done and I still have X amount of hours left, I can do more work. Diddy is a billionaire and say he don't sleep past 4 a.m. and he got billions in the bank and still be getting up working. Okay? Because that's the essence of what a man is. The essence of what a woman is her beauty, her looks. So therefore, if you fat as hell, that should tell you I can do better. I can look better. For me, I don't care how much I'm in the gym, how much I work out. I'm always looking for, what can I do to continuously improve? Okay, I've been doing 3 days in the gym. Let me move to 5 days. All right, I'm doing, a full body workout. Let me start breaking it up. Let me start doing a leg day, a back day. Always look for ways you can look better and do better. Like how a man should always be looking for ways that he can make more money and do more. So what if you went to your husband and was like, hey, I need you to make more money. Your income is not giving. It's not going to work for our long-term goals. And he's like, no, if you cannot accept me broke, you don't deserve me when I get money. Y'all will be sick. So now you have a woman who is saying, my husband provided, my husband did what he's supposed to do. But if you can't accept me fat, then I'm going to leave you. Women would rather leave their husband than lose weight and get the revenge body. They'd rather leave their husband than lose weight than stay with their husband and lose weight for him. Okay. So, ladies present day, especially my girls, I want you all to know, I'm proud of you all for doing the work. I'm proud of you all for staying positive. And I don't want women today who are single, dating for marriage, I don't want you to internalize men's, what's the word I want to use? Their skepticism about marrying. You're not married. Therefore, how did you contribute to making marriage look negative? It's the married women that have caused this by abusing their husbands online. So now that we're in the age of information, it's not like back in the day where men didn't know any better. Now they know better because the women don't gallivanted the abuse all on the internet. So don't internalize that. Instead, we need to start checking modern wives because they're out here literally showing their ass crack. And they're out here literally bragging about how shitty of a wife they can be. And every time we talk about how to do better, we got to hear about how we don't need to do better because the man will still cheat and because the man will still leave. So the minute that we really start doing things for ourselves and not because of a man is the day that we'll do better as people. Because these hoes are lying, saying that they don't do anything for the male gaze, because the truth is they do everything for the male gaze. Let's start really improving and doing better just for ourselves as women, more importantly as Black women. There goes an idea. How about we start doing that? How about we start doing better and doing what's right, regardless of how a man responds to it or whether or not he stays or whether or not he cheats, honey. Cheating been happening since the beginning of time. You'll be okay. All right. Let's do better. Ladies, join a Patreon. Join a group of women who are like-minded. We want to win, okay? We're not over there with no solutions, just complaining. Come get them beauty tips. Y'all, like the video, please. Okay, and subscribe to the channel. What are y'all doing? Why don't everyone subscribe to the channel? Share the video. If you like the video, send it to someone. Say, hey, I like this video. Go ahead and check it out. Okay. I appreciate everyone for all the super chats, all the cash apps. It really is something I appreciate when you all help support the channel. I'm able to do what I do, give you more content. You know, it's very hard being a Black content creator out here, especially a Black female content creator. So I appreciate all help. Thank you so much for the cash app, Bree. I love you so much, Bree. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sis. Oh, let me turn this on. So I appreciate all the support, y'all. Being a content creator out here is not easy, especially as Black content creators. Our accounts are always getting banned. They always don't want people seeing our stuff. So I appreciate all the support. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see y'all on the next one.